pattern matters, especially when it is the fasting period, which is the holy month. Welcome to Ramadan Conversations on 973 show. And on this segment, it is all about eating right with Dr. Tejender Kaur Sarna, consultant, lifestyle nutritionist.
Hi, Raji.
Welcome, Dr. Tejender. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, as I said, eating right matters, isn't it? Especially during the month. Yes, I know we are like almost 2 weeks through the Ramadan period. People must have fallen into certain pattern. Those who religiously observe it, they know how to do it. Those who are new to it, or every year strugglers are there. To every category out there. Let's begin with something very specific, which you often, the nutritionists always advise, which is nutrients.
Nutrients,
right?
Yes.
It's all about the right nutrients, how to balance the complex carbohydrates, isn't it? Let's talk about that to begin with.
Thank you, Raji, for calling me. Ramadan Kareem to all the viewers.
Ramadan Kareem to you too and the rest of the viewers out there.
Okay, eating right means having a right proportion of nutrients. That means prioritizing nutrients, keeping the entire goal of health, wellness at place.
Yes.
So we need to prioritize nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, carbohydrate, proteins, fats. Micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, especially magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, iron.
Okay.
These are very important. So now, the eating time is between Iftar and Suhoor.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to prioritize our food in that way that the entire nutrient requirement is met. Now, food has to be calorie dense, light, still giving you enough satiety so that you are full for the rest of the day. Starting from Suhoor, you need to have food which can stay in your stomach for a longer time. That means they don't make you hungry for a longer time.
Right.
Like complex carbohydrate. Eating food which are whole foods, whole grains, rather than simple carbohydrates.
Okay.
I always say stay away from 3 R's. Refined carbohydrate, refined sugars and refined oils.
Okay.
Okay, so keep them away, especially during this fasting periods, and control and shift over to complex carbohydrate, whole wheat bread,
Okay.
whole grains, oats, quinoas, fruits with peel, with their jackets on, potatoes with their jackets on.
Okay.
Now, potato is a very controversial food. Now, boil a potato, keep it in the refrigerator, and use it next day with the jacket.
Okay.
Now that is where a simple carbohydrate turns into complex
carbohydrates.
and resistant carbohydrates.
Okay.
So that's the best way of eating a potato. But again, it should not be fried. It has to be boiled, baked. You can put it in your chapatis, has it as stuffed paratha. You can make tikki out of it. You can make sandwiches out of it. Or you can even roast it, bake it in air fryer, sprinkle your favorite spice.
Yeah, okay, whatever it is. Okay.
So just simple thing how the way you use it. Bananas, almonds, dry fruits, they are very rich they are nutrient dense and they are very rich in vitamins and minerals.
Great.
That's
It's mouth-watering, maybe because we're getting closer to the Iftar time, and that brings you to my next question, which is cravings.
Exactly.
Irrespective of the fasting month or otherwise, irrespective of a practicing or non-practicing person, cravings are always,
Exactly.
it's there. It's around the corner every time.
Exactly.
Especially during the fasting month, cravings are many. When it comes to your sugar, you're maintaining your blood sugar level is important. And also, sometimes when we are in the region and with colleagues who are fasting, you tend to fast, which I normally do because we have to by default. And then there is this craving closer to the Iftar time, and you gobble up, isn't it? How do you manage the cravings?
Okay.
I'm talking specifically about Ramadan time.
Okay. We have heard that phrase, out of sight, out of mind. So before Ramadan, do away with all the sugary drinks. Sugar
Even before Ramadan.
Exactly. These are the foods that tempt you. They call you. So keep them out of your kitchen. Store them. Hide them above some shelves so that you cannot see them. Your table should be full of fruits, nuts, dates, yogurts. Okay. Same way your kitchen, your shelves should be full of these healthy foods so that you don't see them. The moment you see a cookie or a pastry,
You feel like munching.
you feel like having. Not even them, even the colas, the coffees, they should be out. They dehydrate you. All the oily foods, coffee, and these fizzy drinks, they dehydrate you. So the more you have them, the more thirsty you feel. And the more water you drink, you are less likely to eat something nutritious.
Right.
That is very important. Whenever you crave something, it is very important to drink water. I learned it very lately. Very lately I learned that I'm not thirsty. I learned it very late that I'm not hungry, I'm thirsty.
Thirsty.
So better drink a glass of water, and then go ahead with the thing you want to eat. And when it comes to water, it should be sip by sip. That's very important.
Right. So you just gave me the cue for my next and final question, which is water and hydration. That's another aspect which I know it's a whole big topic to discuss, but drinking water, any tips during fasting especially, how to maintain your hydration level for a whole long hours of fasting for those who are fasting, and also what are the other things that we need to, is it just water, or what are the other things that we can, what are the options that we can look at?
That's such an important question, Haji. So when we start, when we're ending towards the suhoor, we need to check that the foods that we eat, the food that we eat should be rich in water, so that we don't feel thirsty for a very long time. Now it is not only water, we concentrate more on liquids.
Okay.
So water becomes a part of liquids. So first I'll say, what are the don'ts?
Okay.
No coffee, no cold drinks, no sugary drinks.
Okay.
These should be out of your kitchen for 1 month. I usually say out of life, but yes, for this 1 month, these should be out. Now water, the first rule, the thumb rule of water is drink sip by sip. If you cannot drink sip by sip, reduce
the quantity that each time.
Yes.
Okay.
If you cannot reduce the intake of water, reduce the size of the glass.
Okay.
So that you drink less, but you drink more frequently.
Okay.
Between Iftar and Suhoor, you should have at least 8 to 10 glasses of water. Now divide this 8 to 10 glasses of water into 15 small glasses of water. This much small glasses of water rather than this small. And then additionally eat your fruit. I always insist there are
Eat your water.
Yes. I always insist eat your water. Now that's a very fantastic idea.
Yeah.
There are foods which are 90% water.
One I know, watermelon. We all know that. Yeah.
Tomatoes, strawberries,
Right.
Cucumber,
Okay.
beets. They're all water. So the more you have them, the more you are hydrating your water. The more you are hydrating your body. And they're all nourishing also. If you want to have milk, add something to your milk. You can add roux afza, you can add any flavor you like. Strawberries, you can crush strawberries in the milk and then you can have it. Better have your milk with honey rather than sugar. That's very important. Yogurts can be taken. We can have buttermilk, we can have lassis, that can be taken. And if you don't want to have all these things, coconut water is the best thing. It maintains the electrolyte balance. That's very important. Crush your fruits and put it in water. Add lemon to it, add ginger to it, and you can have it. Soak your chia seeds after the suhoor, and then you can have it during the iftar time. Chia seeds are very rich in antioxidants. So overall, you need to have your iftar plate should be full of colors.
Okay.
That's very important. Do not count calories. What you should count is the color in your plate.
Great. That's a nice wrap. But I would want you to comment on one last thing related to dehydration. Not to scare people out there, but still, what are the high risks of dehydration, especially during fasting?
Okay. People don't realize that dehydration can cause a lot of stress on their body. The skin starts getting pale. Low blood pressure. Some people may have high blood pressure. Dehydration has a direct impact on the kidney and liver health. So it's very important to have all these things in place. Headaches, migraines, itching, stretching, cramps, they're all signs of dehydration. So it's very important to eat food, drink water, have liquids, and keep yourself hydrated and staying away from coffee and colas.
Thank you very much, Dr. Teji, for joining us. Ramadan Kareem. And what is your final tip for our listeners?
So you and me will be going to too many iftar parties and gabgas.
That's right.
And people who are already fasting, they also go.
Yes.
So my tip of the day for this day is, follow this rule.
Okay.
Plate size should be this much. This is your plate size.
Okay.
Fill it just once.
Okay.
Fill it with whatever you want.
Okay.
Have one piece of each and everything which is displayed on the buffet table. Do not refill it.
Okay.
That's
good advice.
Enjoy everything which is on the table. Do not fill your tummy with it. Wait for another day. You'll get much more options. The same goes with Ramadan. Try everything. Don't stop yourself.
Right.
But one piece at a time and no refills.
Right.
That's my take, and that keeps me healthy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that was a wonderful tip. This is it, right? Yeah. So keep your plate size this. Well, I like that. This should be a plate size when you fill plates during this holy month. Well, we were talking about eating right during Ramadan. I would say let us eat and drink right. That was Dr. Tejender Kaur Sarna, consultant lifestyle nutritionist on the Ramadan Conversations only on the 973 show.